Hey everybody, my name is Yyanthire. So if you remember in the last blog, when I was doing all the fighting and gameplay and going through this entire twin Metasta lair, I mentioned how there was a one single lesser Metasta that was hiding behind all these trees and stuff, and you couldn't really see him unless you went right here, went ahead and adjusted it so he's sort of peeking around right here, and then this is a little more open, so the vision should pretty much open up right here as soon as you get to about here and aggro him. Alright, so now on to the main purpose behind this blog. I was realizing during gameplay that it was getting kind of a little bit inconvenient to be able to try and get back to the home right here. So as you saw in previous vlogs, I'd die and lose characters, and then I'd have to essentially move the entire camera back all the way over here, purchase a new unit, and then have to go all the way back and just kind of like hop the camera around a whole bunch, and it's a little bit clunky to navigate. So in this one, I think I'm going to start setting up some both waypoints and quick hops, just so that it's really easy. You just click the little mini map here, and then there's some little buttons or something, and it'll hop you to the home, and it'll hop you to some waypoints and all that kind of stuff, and just really clean up the camera and also unit navigation. Part of the intention behind this is that I want to add little waypoints, so that you can, for example, like click directly on the home and say, oh, do you want to warp all of your units to the home? And you can press yes or no or anything like that. So that's the kind of the core design. I imagine these waypoints are going to be placed most likely where you've defeated bosses, just to make it really easy to jump around everywhere. So let me go ahead and get cracking on that. Alright, so I mocked up the basics for the camera hopping feature. As you can see here, when we go ahead and enter the main map viewer, now I have a little sprite picture of the home. You can actually go ahead and click it, and it'll move the camera right here centered onto the home itself. As you can see, when I disable the main map viewer, it goes away as well. In addition, I started working on the clicking option, so when you click the home, there's actually going to be a new feature that'll be able to teleport all your units to it. Eventually this is going to be just on waypoints, but for now I just did a little simple, just a little log message so we know it's working and we're getting the name of the object. So I'll go ahead and make the work on teleporting feature and go from there. Alright, so I just finished the camera hopping feature and also the teleporting units feature. Let's go ahead and show that off. For the purposes of this, I kind of disabled a lot of the fog, so let's go ahead and kind of show up the original one. Will hop you right there, but now I set up one for Cirrus. It'll hop you right over to his boss room. Very cool. And we can go ahead and click on it, and it'll actually summon our units here. I think I need to add like a cool little animation for it, like what the home has, but for now it's kind of good to go. I'm gonna kind of keep clicking it and sort of keep spawning in. May have to reset that, see how they're like moving, and kind of like keep moving. That's alright though, I'll go fix that real quick. And then, you can also of course hop all the way back to the home, and do the same thing. So cool little mechanisms. I'll do some stuff where when you click it, it's not just gonna like automatically do it over and over again, but just give the player like a little pop-up. But for now, I think that's a pretty good start. Let me go get cracking on all the other stuff. Okay, so I finished working on some of those bugs. Let's go ahead and check it out. So now when you click on it, you'll get a nice little warning message. You can press no to it, or you can press yes. It'll play like a little sound, do a little animation. Hop over to Cirrus's one. So now we're over here, clicking it. Press no, it doesn't do anything. Press yes, teleports you here. And then of course, as I was showing off before, when the units were moving, now they get reset. And teleport back. Oh, immediately got killed. Well, we're back here anyway. That was funny. Anyways, I got some more extra stuff to work on, so I'll hop into that. So for all practical purposes, I made it so that you can't use the waypoint while in combat. As you can see here, we're about to get in combat. I'll try and teleport back, and we'll just get a nice little message telling you that you can do it. You can kind of spam it to it, and it'll just kind of keep saying the same thing. But notice that pretty much as soon as the unit dies, go ahead and give it a second. You have to wait for him to disable in the fog. If I click it again, there it goes. Just took a minute. Now we can teleport back. So I added one additional convenience feature. So when you open up here, now we have a picture of one of the disciples. You can actually go ahead and click on it, and it'll hop our camera to our first unit in our list. It's worth noting, if you have multiple units, it's just going to pick the first one of the list, but I think that should be alright, since I imagine, for the most part, player units are going to be all kind of grouped together. So the final feature necessary to add is, of course, the save and load aspect. So let's go ahead and we'll teleport over to Cirrus's boss chamber, and just kind of show off that, hey, we can teleport here. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and make a save. Now I'm going to go ahead and load from the save. Then you can see the waypoint is still there, and we can teleport to it. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to set up waypoints for all of the bosses, just to make the entire map navigation a lot more convenient for the player. Alright, so I went ahead and set up all 3 of them. So as you can see here, we got our home, we got the twin Flametastas, we got Matosh, and we got Cirrus. Let's go ahead and hop between them all. Go ahead and start with the twin Flametastas. We can teleport over to them. Let's go back to Matosh. Teleport over to him. And all the way over to Cirrus. There we go. And then, because why not, let's go back home. So that should just about do it for this vlog. And the next one, I'm going to be working on some additional necessary feature improvements.